So I would say generosity is an action and a way of life that allows for both giving as well as a degree of receiving. When I think about how the Lord has been generous to me, I think about the way that the Lord has just always been there, even when I was sort of a knucklehead and was like not getting it. When you reflect on it, like it's like, oh, Jesus' hands were all over that. And so there's just been a lot of times when you might feel alone or you might feel frustrated about the circumstances. But when you stop and think, you realize God's hands are all over everything. And then you're just like given some heavenly jazz hands for that. I could have done this, like jazz hands. So I would say that there have been times in my life where it was really difficult to give financially. My bank account was shallow. And there were other times when it's been a little bit easier to feel generous financially. And I would also say there's always been time for me to give here on the property or with other people. And the more that I give, I definitely feel that reciprocity of giving back, either from friendships or seeing things grow and be beautiful. And so I would say that I've learned over time that it's not just like either or, it's a both and acknowledging that when I had a young child, it was harder to give of my time perhaps, but finding out the ways that I could do it, it was sometimes a challenge and sometimes I had to be creative, but it's worth it. God is just, his ability to give to us is just infinite, and praise God for that. And I also feel like he's patient because there are times when, just like a child might come and give you a handful of grass, but that's what they have to give you. There are times when what I have to give is a handful of grass. But God is like, thank you, my child, and sends me back out to go figure out and keep messing about to figure it out. And so I'm thankful for God's infinite generosity and his ever patience with me figuring it all out. So how have I experienced joy in giving? So one thing people might know is that I often will make waffles at the Free Farmers Market or wherever I'm asked if you have a waffle need. And then I've started planting some of the plants here in the courtyard. And I would just say that, so one, when I give people food and make them waffles, their joy is my joy. And I really love the look on their face when they have that first bite, and that just makes me really happy. And then a lot of the other things is it's lots of fun to figure out a problem that I don't have the answer to. So I can't say that I'm an expert gardener, but I saw a need and just figured let's see how we can figure it out. Or how might I feed 100 people with the batter that I have? I don't even know. So let's figure it out. And so that's always a lot of fun to have these big, sometimes garden-sized puzzles. Our generosity campaign is less of a start, finish, beginning, end, and more of just really looking into the spirit of generosity as something that we need to embody as Christ's people. And that shouldn't end. I don't say next Thursday, I'm going to just wrap up this, generosity business. It's nice to have beginnings and ends. And so, yes, we have goals and things we want to achieve, but at the end of the day, this should just be how we live. When I think about what generosity means for us at Redeemer and us as being members of Christ's body is that it's not just a one-time deal, and that it's not just one way, that we should always be sort of rolling around this cat toy of generosity, batting it around. If here's a season where I can give more financially, here's a season where I can give more time and talent, and that you're constantly playing around with that, that it isn't just like a set it and forget it and like it'll just get done. So instead, that it's just living and breathing a way that you interact in the world, and it allows you to be open to receive, because I think a lot of times, just as much as you give, you find it's a trip right back to you.